Hey everyone, I'm Josh and welcome to J&T's Journey. Today I'm going to do a really quick, no intro, no edits, hopefully one take walk around of our AVan traveling with kids and dogs. So I thought we'd just do a quick run through. We've had a bit of ordinary weather. I wanted to do this earlier in the trip, but the weather wasn't really working for us for it. So what I'm going to do is give you a quick little run around of our camp, show you how we AVan with our kids and our dogs. So without further ado, we'll get into it. But I'm going to put my hat on because we're going to go outside and it's really hot and really sunny. So this is the inside of our AVan. Obviously, my T and I sleep there. This is where we do most of our cooking. And I say most of our cooking, we do some outside. I'll show you that when we get there. This table here, this is where I do most of my video editing when we're on the road. And yes, I do edit on the road. We've got all our pantry storage and stuff in here. The kids have breakfast here while my wife and I sit on the bed and have our coffees in the morning. So this also serves as our breakfast station. And if the kids want to have a snack or lunch or something like that, then they'll sit there as well. All right, now stepping outside of the van into our Annex, and I will say we wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for our Alpine Annexes Tebbs Awning. Now, we paid full price for this. We have no affiliation or sponsorship or anything like that from Alpine Annexes, so all the opinions about this thing are our own. This isn't a simple thing to set up. It does take a little bit of time. It does take a little bit of thought. We can set the whole Annex up in about 10 minutes-ish, including the floor, pegging everything out, putting all the internal frame in. It is a fully steel framed Annex. Once this thing is in place, it is absolutely rock solid. We've had it in 100km/h winds with only 2 guy lines, and it doesn't move. All right, so getting onto the kids area, we'll just swing around this way so that we can get a good angle on this. When it's nice and sunny like this, the kids set up their beds separately, one on each side, and they sleep on their own. When it's raining, however, we set these beds turn into a bunk. We put the bunks on one side and we have a table outside that we bring in here that we eat most of our meals at, and then we eat those meals in here. We have 240 volts out here through the inverter inside, so kids' devices, iPads, headphones, etc. are all plugged in and charged out here. Their suitcases and everything, dirty laundry, etc. all lives in this space. And for all intents and purposes, this space with this Annex is part of the van. All right, stepping outside now, we come out into our outdoor area, and this is where we spend most of our time when we're not inside the van. Now, it is quite hot at the moment. It is a black table, so obviously we will only be sitting at that table early in the morning before the sun comes up, and in the afternoon once the sun goes down, because that table gets very, very hot. So out here we have some steel fence panels to create an enclosure for the dogs. It keeps them contained, and this gives them the ability to come out here, do their business during the night, go back into the camper without disturbing us if we're not running the air conditioner. If we are running the air conditioner inside the main van, we do close the door. The kids seem to be okay in the warmer temperatures, but T and I are a little bit more sensitive to the heat, so the kids sleep out here with fans. We are inside the camper with the air conditioning running if we need it. We don't need it every night. We used it last night, but it's only the second time on this trip that we've used it. So, as I said, this table is where we eat most of our meals in the evening, and look at what we've found around our campsite.
Isn't she gorgeous?
Yeah, very cute. And
How I know?
Go pop her back in. How do you know?
Dad.
Okay, go pop her back in the garden.
Okay, let's go.
So stepping outside of the fenced area, I mentioned earlier that we don't quite do all of our cooking inside. Well, the AVan stove is, if I'm being honest, not the greatest stove out there. So if you're doing anything that you can do on a barbecue or a Weber, for example, we do that out here. So if we're cooking steaks, if we're cooking sausages, if we're cooking burgers, that kind of thing, we'll do them on the Weber. And if we're boiling veggies to go with dinner, that'll happen inside the van. So quite often a team effort between a couple of us, the kids and T and I, will take our turns at cooking, and someone will be out here working on this while the other person will be doing stuff inside, and then it all comes together at mealtime. All right, we're going to come around behind the van now, because the next thing we really need to talk about is water. Now, if anybody has ever camped with kids, you'll understand that water is a problem, especially when you're off grid and you don't have access to mains taps or showers. Now, we only have a single tank in this, so we only have a 62 litre tank, and that just doesn't work. If you've got kids, that doesn't work. For a 4-day stay, if the kids are having showers, we go through, I want to say, about 130, 140 litres of water for a 3-night stay. That's 2 sets of showers for the kids, 1 shower every morning for myself, and T has a shower every day as well. So yes, there are more water efficient ways to do it. This is just the way that we do it. Now, for the shower temperature, we have a digital thermostat here. And with this, we can set what temperature we want the water in the shower to be, just turn the hot water on, and then when we turn the tap on in the shower, the water comes through at whatever temperature that is. Now, obviously the 62 litres isn't quite enough, so on the ground we have it was supposed to be 120 litre, but I can only get 90 litres worth of water into it, so I think I got jibbed there. But we have a 90 litre water bladder set up into a transfer pump. It's currently disconnected because we're on our last day here, and we've run through the bladder full of water. The tank in the van is full, so we've only used 80-ish litres of water at the moment on this trip, on this stay, sorry. And I have a transfer pump, and there's a little outlet in here. I've got my system set up with tank level sensors, so when the tank gets down to 50%, it will automatically turn on that transfer pump, and it will pump water out of that bladder into the main tank so that it can then be used in the van, used with the hot water service, etc. The only thing you have to be a little bit careful of with that is to make sure that that doesn't run dry, because if the water bladder runs dry and it thinks it still needs more water in the system, the transfer pump will run until it burns out. Now, the pump down there, it can run dry, but it's, again, just something you need to be a little bit aware of. For filling the bladder, we just put the jerry cans on the back here and just run a hose down into the top inlet. I have found that that inlet being right on the top of it doesn't overflow until it's completely full. So all you have to do is unscrew the cap and then drain the water out of the jerry cans into the bladder. Coming around, we have our shower tent. Obviously, we have our solar panels and stuff plugged in out the back. For extra solar harvest, we currently have 2 panels. So we have an All Powers 400 watt and an XTM 300 watt. I will be doing a review of the XTM. I've already done a review of the All Powers. Like, subscribe, share, go through our videos, find all of the details of that on our YouTube channel. For showering and toileting, we have the Joolca Triple, and again, this is another thing that without we wouldn't be able to do this with the kids. The kids need a place to shower, they need a place to get changed that's private. That's what this is for. So I have done a video of this before. Coming in, we have our portaloo here, and we have our shower here. Now, we do have in the shower the Joolca Ensuite plumbing, which puts a shower head above. This is plumbed in, so once it's plugged in, it's there's permanently pressure on the bottom side of this. And then when the kids have a shower, they turn it on for long enough to wet themselves down, turn it off, do what they've got to do, and then rinse themselves off, and then turn it off again. We don't use a huge amount of water per shower, but obviously, kids being kids, if they spend a little bit too long with the shower on, then that can burn through the water fairly quickly. Once again, we've got that extra water bladder for extra water. So, look, I hope that's been useful. As I said, there are many ways to do this. This is just the way that we do it with the kids. The setup looks very different when it's just T and I holidaying on our own. And yeah, I hope this has been of use. Look, if there's anything that you have seen in this little walk around, the whole one take thing is a bit different for us. I like these videos. I feel like they're a little bit more personal. If there's anything that you would like to see more about, you'd like me to go into more detail about, show in more depth, please put a comment below and let us know, because I'll be happy to go into more details about an individual part on our setup. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate your support. If you are interested in getting further updates, please like, subscribe, share the videos. It really does help us out. Yeah, we'll see you on the next one. This has been Josh with J&T's Journey. Cheers.